Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this session, Introduction to EndNote 2025. My name is Yinting Zhang. I am the Research Services Librarian in the Health Sciences Libraries, and I'm stationed at the Robert Wood Johnson Library of the Health Sciences. So this afternoon, I'm going to introduce this very new, latest version, EndNote 2025. The PowerPoint presentation part is being recorded. And then I will give a live demo. The questions and answers will not be recorded, okay? I hope by the end of this session, then you will know how to download and install EndNote 2025 on your, whether Windows or Mac computer, and learn what's new in EndNote 2025. And then we'll be able to use this EndNote 2025 to manage your references effectively. About EndNote. And as you all know, EndNote is a citation management tool. There are other management tools as well. However, Rutgers has a subscription to this essential research tool. It's very useful, and EndNote has been in use by our researchers for a while, especially for the UMDNJ side before the merger. We had EndNote available since like the middle of 90s. So most people have been using this EndNote extensively already. And this is a product by the company called Clarivate. And there are two versions, the desktop and the EndNote and the web. Then the desktop has for Windows and for Mac. And there is also for iPad, iPhones. So EndNote can be, the library can be synchronized across different platforms. So as I mentioned, the university libraries subscribe to this tool. So we make this available for our researchers to download. The link is here. If you go to that website, then you can choose the appropriate version and the appropriate computer for your own needs. We still have the EndNote 21 here because some people are still using the older version. What I really want to mention is make sure you don't call this EndNote 25. It's not EndNote 25. It's EndNote 2025. The reason why is from EndNote version 1 to 21, it's named according to the version sequence. Starting this year, 2025, it's named after the year. So they skipped the version 22, 23, 24. So it's really the version 22 right now, the 2025. So you have to make sure these are different. So when you download EndNote from that website, make sure if you are a Windows user, and if you were asked to enter a product key, that means you're not doing something correctly. You need to download the zip file, then extract the zip file and put the extracted files in a separate folder, not in the download default folder. You have to unzip it and then put the two files. One is in installer, the other is README, I guess, the license data one. So there are two files that you have to put separately. And otherwise, you will be asked for a product key. You're not supposed to. So you can either go to the citation manager webpage from the research support link on the top of the university library's webpage, and then go to citation management, then go to EndNote. That's one way of finding that page. Or you directly go to the health sciences website, and then you click it under the research help. There is a link to EndNote. So then you can access to that page. I also create like a tutorials, step-to-step guides, how to use EndNote. And you can go to that EndNote tutorials guide and then learn how to use it. Some of the information might still be old, because like this one, I captured in the EndNote 21, I just make it invisible now. The 2025 one is now actually there. So somehow I thought that I have the latest screen capture. Why this one's not? So EndNote platform, I mentioned the EndNote desktop, which is the one that I'm showing today. And it's also the most powerful platform. But and it also has the web version, and make it even more complicated. The web version has two kinds. One is free. So if people go to myendnoteweb.com, they make an account. They can use the free one, but it's limited. However, for version EndNote 21, EndNote 2025, you go to web.endnote.com, log in, that will make them synchronized. And then even more complicated, in 2025, there is an exclusive, that's the next slide here. So this link, the EndNote 2025 get exclusive access to the new EndNote web. So this is only useful if you synchronize your library. If you don't synchronize your library, then it's not an issue. You just focus on your desktop. Now back to this. Another platform is for the iPad, iPhone apps for iOS 15 up. These are very convenient when you are on the go, you want to grab some reference, but when you try to cite, I would definitely not recommend using those. It's much less flexible. Using the desktop when you are writing a manuscript or writing a paper and need to cite extensively, then the desktop is the way to go. This is what an EndNote 2025 looks like. So you see what the difference. Pretty much looks like the same. The color is, I think it's even darker. The other one is navy blue or like a bluish. This one's totally like a dark gray. And then here, that's the new thing, major new thing. It embedded the AI feature called the AI Research Assistant. So if this reference has a PDF, then it will launch the PDF, and then automatically the AI Research Assistant will give you a quick takeaway. But in order to make this work, you have to synchronize your library with the online version. And to synchronize, you have to remember you only synchronize one desktop library. In my case, I have thousands of libraries. So I just using this particular one to link for teaching purpose. Now, once you have one library synchronized with the online version, then the other libraries which are not synchronized, you also have the capability of using the AI. So it doesn't mean that, oh, do I have to mush everything together now to synchronize? No, you still can have multiple libraries. It's not that easy now to mix all your desktop libraries together. In the past, yes, I think now it's very clear. Even if you want to change the library, it's not that easy. You have to really contact the EndNote for help. So this is just give you some idea what the new library looks like. When you have an EndNote library, your job to put the references inside from direct search in the native databases, such as PubMed, Cochrane Library, Embase. I'm sorry, I might be biased because I'm using mostly the health sciences databases, but other databases of other disciplines, they should have the same feature that allows you to export references into EndNote. If the database doesn't have that feature, I don't think it can be sustained because it's a basic feature now. Sometimes when this arrow is supposed to be up. So sometimes when you are looking for a specific references. In this case, I want to find my 2025 articles. Then you can search the database like a PubMed is. Here you have a list of several databases, but when it's a publicly available, the database, it works the best. For example, PubMed is a governmental sort resource. So if you're using this one, you don't have any authentication issue. You just need to search. So when you search, you are searching a remote database now, and then you put in the information you know, it will search. But this feature is good when you're looking for specific references. If you're looking for references on a particular topic, then don't use that feature, because the EndNote search engine is not as powerful as those native databases search engine. I would not use this for a literature review for topic search. So EndNote, another major feature is, you all know if you're using EndNote, is allowing to cite while you write. This CWYW feature is EndNote's signature feature. And that's probably the most important reason why people are using it, in addition to organizing, because ultimately you want to cite the references into your paper. And it has over 6,000 styles for you to choose from. But when you download the program, it only comes with about 500, because if too many styles follow in the program, it slows down the function. So in case the 500 doesn't contain the style you need, then you need to go to endnote.com to download that specific style that you need. So EndNote also make it very easy to create a bibliography in a specific format. For example, if you want to make a reading list from your library, all you can do is define the particular style, then highlight and select the references you want to include in your list, and then copy and paste it in Word document. Boom, it's done. That's very quick and simple and easy. And unlike if you do in a manual way, that will be very, very tedious. So this one I mentioned it before, but forget it. EndNote support services. When you have a question about using a citation manager, EndNote, or RefWorks, or Zotero, you can contact this email address. A group of librarians are answering questions received through this email. And then you can also go to the tutorials LibGuide that I mentioned. And then EndNote, the company itself, has a very rich collection of training videos. So you can go to that website to that. I also have a blog, which I'm not updating anymore, but most of those questions are still kind of valid. Some questions, for example, if the paper is written by multiple authors, how am I going to combine the manuscript? And how to export a traveling library? And how to recover a damaged library? So there are some real good questions there that I received before, and then I don't want to answer again and again when being asked. So I put this like a blog FAQ thing over there. And then also EndNote technical support is very, very helpful. So you can keep this number handy when there is a very tough situation or issue that nobody can resolve it, you can call EndNote technical support. So that's a quicker overview of EndNote.